Hey, what's up, everybody? Colin Goodwin here, and today I'm going to show you literally one of the most powerful strategies you can have in your online arsenal. Now, everybody always talks about sales, they always talk about marketing, but what are you doing if you don't have the landing page set up properly? And what you're actually doing, if you don't have everything set up on the back end properly, you're sending them to trash, right? You might as well throw that money out the window because you can get people to your site, but if you're not able to convert them, then what's the point anyways? So one of the most common questions that I get, one of the most powerful strategies that we talk about is the ability to close. Now, I always tell my clients and I tell employees, I tell everybody, I said, the deal is not secure until money is in hand. And what I really want to drive home on this point is the fact that even if you have a verbal commitment from a client to do business, there is still a good possibility that they could still back out at any given time. The deal's not done until money's in hand, right? And where a lot of people go wrong is they may get the client, they may do work, a lot of work. They do paid advertising, they go meet the client, they do their sales presentation. Yet their follow-up process is hard to deal with. And if it's frustrating on the client, then you're going to have a lot of problems getting them. They may get frustrated and then just jump off ship completely. So I wanted to go over today one of the most powerful strategies that you can have in your online arsenal, and that's the ability to close clients on the spot. Now, typically, the way this happens is one of two factors. One, you need a signed contract in hand, and two, you need to collect payment. Now, for this specific business and this example I'm going to show you, I'm just going to do the signed contract, but I want you to know that we could easily embed a sales form here and make one of the processes be dependent on the other. But for today, the focus is going to be getting your clients to actually sign a commitment, to sign a contract online here on your website once they say verbally. So imagine the power of this. A client can go to your website. They can opt into your form, say, hey, I'm ready to get started. Where do we go? You get the notification. And within a matter of seconds, and I am not exaggerating, and I can definitely tell you this is one of the strategies that set my businesses apart from competitors, is just the ease of transaction, the ease of use. And I want that to be a common theme throughout every step of the business. This is one of the very first things, one of the top first impressions that they see. So let me quit talking. Let's dive into it. So here you can see I've just got a standard business landing page, and it shows them all the features and benefits and yada, 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 pricing, what they can get by coming to it. There's a whole lot of logic just in that, but we're not going to cover that today. So you can see just glaring them right in the face, ready to get started. Click here to list your property. This specific business is a property management business, but it is applicable to other industries in the service profession. So I'm just going to do a test demo here. I'm just going to use a test name. And I am going to use my email. So, and then here I have a little opt-in. I definitely want to follow up with them, and I give them the option to meet online at the office or at their house. Typically, what they choose is online. That's why I have it first. I prefer to do an online meeting. If I can land that client with the least amount of work possible, that's what I'm going to do every single time. So you can see here, I hit submit, and that has gone through. You can see I've got the email notification here for me as the admin, and it says, thanks for contacting us. We'll get a hold of you short. So for those of you who have been following me, and that's okay if you don't, you can very easily do so right in the right-hand column. You know that I'm a huge proponent of Podio. There's several CRM platforms out there that I boast, but those of you who do follow will know that I was able to build and automate an entire property management business on this platform. Now, I did have other property management software for the accounting piece, but for the majority of my operations team, they were in Podio, and most of the tasks were automated. I'm going to show you some of those here today. So I used a combination of Podio and Right Signature, which are both Citrix products. If you're not familiar with Citrix, they own GoToMeeting, GoToWebinar, a couple more products. They have a family of apps and products that they use, and these two mesh well together because they're both owned by Citrix. And I will say I'm a huge fan of Right Signature. I used to use DocuSign. I love the ease of use of Right Signature, and I will be a customer for a long time. So you can see that just by populating the request form on the website, the new lead has shown up in my Podio dashboard. Now, what's really cool, I had several salespeople, and I wanted them to fight for leads. I gave my salespeople bonuses for the leads that they land. So anytime they were able to click this button, it would actually populate as their name as the account manager. You can see I'm logged into my account, so I was logged in. So whoever got to that lead first was able to claim it by saying actively working, and they would just select that right there. Now you can see everything came in from the website, and it even gave us a map. There's some information that we don't have because we haven't called the client yet, but that's very easy to get. So I want their, the current mailing address, the summary of the conversation, the property type, new client packet, and the management agreement. And that's what we're going to cover today, how to get those online signatures from new clients within a matter of minutes. Now, for the purposes of this, I'm going to actually act like I've already called them because it's very important to have all the data filled out. So I'm just going to say, hey, this is their mailing address. And when I talked to them, the client wanted to move forward with our services. Now they had a single family residence that they wanted to rent with us. And here's where it's really cool. And this was the most powerful thing. And actually, when this was live, I actually had this send new client packet automatically selected. So as soon as they input their data into this website, they would actually get an autoresponder for me. So I'm going to click that now and show you exactly what came through. It's very, very powerful. And here it comes right here. Here's the power of this email is as soon as they sent that information or within seconds, say I talked to them at the grocery store and say, yeah, I'm a property manager or I'm X service, I do this. And they say, well, send me your information. Literally by the time I get out of the store, I can type in their name and their email and send this information. And this is what I call the indoctrination stage. This is still the initial greeting phase, but this is super powerful because I could say, thanks for reaching out to and helping us rent your property. A little bit of sales copy there, what we're unique selling proposition right here. And then I also had a link, and this is where it gets super powerful. You just click on this link and my full sales presentation populates. And if you follow us, you know I'm huge on sales. I'm huge on the 3-tier pricing structure, and I cover all these. I cover the 17-point sales process and the 3-tier pricing structure. I literally cover all the bells and whistles. By the time I show up to land the deal, they already know everything about my company, and the sales is a piece of cake. I want to go back to that now. And you can see there's some other information. Remember, I did contact them, so I'm going to update that. Came through on the website. Now you can also say inbound call, webinar, rent market analysis, whatever the lead source is, it'll automatically track that. The power of that is, at the end of the year or at the end of the quarter, you can come back and see what was your best source of leads. You can reinvest money into that marketing platform or adjust whatever you need. The data is there. Now, here's what we're here today for. Say I just got off the phone. I just contacted that client. They said, hey, I'm ready to go. I read your sales presentation. It was tip top. I want to move forward. Let's go. Typically, what you'd have to do is say, great, how does your schedule look Wednesday at 10 a.m.? They'd come in. They'd say, well, I want to review this. Can I take a look over it? They would go home maybe 1, 2, 3 days later. They'd call you back. Hey, what's another good time? Just getting these documents signed is a mess. You're always chasing paper. So literally with a click of a button, I can say send now. And you can see it automatically triggers a flow, and watch what happens. Boom. It's now awaiting signature. And here's what I love about this system is once it's signed, it automatically comes back in. I don't have to chase it. I don't have to do anything. This goes and comes. Now look, here it is. So if this was a client, they'd be getting this email right now. It says, greetings. We are thrilled to take the next step with you and help you manage your property. Please take a brief moment and review and sign the attached document. Once signed, we'll hit the ground running. As always, please feel free to reach out to us with any questions. They could literally click this button and it auto-populates. This is my tried and true agreement here. They can select the date that it starts. Their name auto-populates. Remember, that's key. They don't have to add that in. Check this out. Their address auto-populates. And we can make anything auto-populate, but I like leaving the dates as dynamic just in case something's going to change. Here, where they give us the repair threshold, say they give us the authority. And if you're not a property manager, this is irrelevant. I'm just doing this to show you how you can use this for your business in any way. I'm getting through. Pets allowed. Hey, yep, sure. Pets are allowed. Dogs, only 2 dogs per unit. Scroll down, additional items. They can put anything here. And they can go ahead and enter their information. Private information right here. And you can see email already populates, name, their mailing address. It's super powerful. We got their bank account information right here so that we can already start pushing payments to them or vice versa. And when it's done, ready to go, I click sign. With a click of a button, I can sign this document. I hit apply, scroll down to the bottom, submit, and voila. I've just landed a new client within a matter of minutes. And here's my favorite part. Check it out. It automatically updated to receive. You can see it says added file. So I'm going to refresh it to see the file. I'm going to scroll down and there's that PDF. I'm going to click on it. And I've got a fully executed signed agreement ready to go within a matter of minutes. Obviously, super powerful stuff. You can dominate a market, dominate competitors, and really wow your clients with these features. There's a whole suite of things that I was able to do with this platform. This is just one example. Feel free to check out the site. And as always, follow us just to make sure that you get the latest updates.